In this video, you will learn exactly how I replaced my assistant who was pulling out all of the invoices every 30 days just to send them to my accountant. If you're the one who's doing it, or maybe you are an accountant who's running checks of some, you're checking some invoices and making sure that everything is sent, you will find this really valuable. And aside of all of the gurus on the internet who's just giving you a tip of the iceberg, this video will show you exactly what you can do and how you can do. And you can pretty much at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you a whole code that I use to run this, especially in Northern Europe and Latvia, where our tax office is looking to have a freaking paperwork for every transaction that was done in your business. And honestly, for me personally, it was freaking pain in ass. I remember previous businesses where I was working as a partner. I was the one always running the checks, pain in ass. Then there was an assistant doing something. Now in my business, I had an assistant who was doing it. Now I don't have that assistant, and I was doing it for a while. And at the point of the time when I realized that I can freaking automate it and shrink 2 or 3 hours that took me before and make it 15 minutes, that was a miracle for me. So what I'm gonna do, well, basically you will see by the length of this video how long it's gonna take. But the last one I did it the first time, it took me a little bit less than 15-20 minutes to do for all of my roughly 30-40 transactions that my business account have. So today I waited for this particular spot in the beginning of May. I already received an email from my accountant that she's waiting for all of that paperwork to actually do it and record it and share it with you, so you can take it, steal it, and make it and improve it, and so you can save time. But most importantly, by building this tiny thing off in your business or within any other purpose that you should have it in your work, hopefully this is sparking ideas on how you can use this in future for any other task that you have, and kind of make a freaking AI work for you, that rather than just answer some of your prompts. So main tool in the software that we're going to use for this is Claude. I'm working on the Windows, so you will see me using the Claude app on my computer, and I have already the code written for it. So basically you will just see how it works and what it does in a real life. So, and I'm gonna explain you my goal, right? So I have a bank statement, like all of the transactions in my bank, and I need invoices for every single payment that I paid for, and everything, and all of the invoices that the money was sent to me, right? Since I'm not sending 100 invoices of my product, usually I have up to 10 invoices that I'm billing my customers, but I'm spending the money here and there, buying subscriptions, buying something in the shop, paying a rent, paying utilities, all of that jazz, just scatters around. And especially when I go somewhere and buy, I don't know, new chair for the office, it takes a freaking time, I make a photo and then upload it, and I'm not so disciplined, to upload every time those files, put them in the folder. Usually I just push it down the road to the point when it's supposed to be done. And this thing will brilliantly and quickly help you see which ones is in a folder, and you will see the whole logic. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is a Claude app. Obviously you can see here on the left side. So, and I have already created the project. So all of the instructions of this one is already located here. So you should be able to download it on the bottom right here. I'm just gonna add the link below this video so you can just pull it up for yourself. So a couple of things that we actually need to do before running this. So first and foremost, I'm just going to show you the way how I structure my invoices right here. So I have a folder in my computer where I pretty much store everything. It's in a cloud, so I can save, so I can share that with with my accountant. So, and I have like 4 folders here. So pretty much paid invoices. Then there's a bank records. Then there's an invoices that I have built, people like companies that I have built. And then there's a folder with unpaid bills. You know, I just stack them throughout the week and pay them once in a week or two, right? So what I need to do after, I'm gonna download the statements from my bank and I'm gonna put them in a folder. I'm gonna prompt Claude to actually go into this folder. So the first thing is like getting like all of your current paperwork, the one that you already have, in folders. This is the structure that I'm using, right? And there should be a reference point of the bank file, and I have already uploaded one here I have 2 bank accounts, USD and Euro bank account. They are located here. So the Claude is gonna go in there, and what it's gonna do based on the prompt that I'm gonna give to you is gonna look into these here, and then they're gonna look into the paid folder, and I'm gonna take a look of whether there is a certain, and they're gonna pull up the file. It's gonna take a look into the file and whether there is such a paper or such an invoice for that transaction, and it's gonna give back an actual report of what is there and what isn't. And the best thing is that you're not gonna only get the answer, like the feedback, well, you're missing like these invoices, like it's not helpful, but it's gonna actually go into your email and it's gonna start searching for those emails and with attachments of where that invoice might be, so you can just download it and double check it, and that's it. That's how it works on a high level. Hopefully it's understandable, but let's run the prompt. It seems that I will need to adjust just the folder and the month, and it should be good to go. Let's give it a try. Okay, so let's just go here. Let's go and check April folder and and do the rest. Well, we'll see what it's gonna do. I'm not sure, like and by the way, most probably you will need to have a paid plan on this, but it's totally worth of the money that is being spent. Okay, so workspace is okay, so it looks like I will need to look up for the folder once again, select the folder. Okay, good. So the reason for this most probably is because not most probably, but because I have given an access just to one particular month's folder previously. So most now you just ask me for permission for another folder. But if you're gonna store everything, if you're gonna give him by default an access to all years folder where you store everything, I suppose the problem shouldn't be there. So since we have, let me log this here. So we started running this command like a minute or two ago. So we'll see how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna pause this video for a while. Okay, so he have found transactions, 37 transactions in my Euro account. USD account have 0 transactions, and now he's looking into paid PDFs and mapping everything out. Let's see further. Okay, so then you can see here on the right side the progress, and if something goes sideways, he's gonna start prompting it. So looks like he matched the transactions, and now he's okay. So now I'm gonna have the whole list of the transactions and what was done there. So let's take a look of what we're gonna see here. So yep, and here you can see, I'm just gonna show you like a tiny bit in a piece here. So we can see which ones is missing, which ones is actually saved. There's something that needs to be reviewed. So the first step is we have the whole list here. So let me pause this and see what is the next action of what he's gonna prompt me to do. Okay, so now I have a full list and everything of like pretty much the whole situation of with my transactions and what I have in my folders. And now he's asking whether he's gonna pull up the Gmail email and all like a service accounts to pull up the invoices. And obviously no, you do it. And then now he's gonna start pulling up my email. It's gonna start searching for the relevant emails, and we'll keep them open. And at the end of this process, I should have like tabs open for every single payment, so I can just open it, download it, and that's it. And you can see the list here that is like populating here. Google Workspace invoice, LinkedIn invoice, Apple, Zoom, Anthropic, everything. Now he's supposedly gonna open it up, and if it's in email, I'm not gonna show you how it's gonna look like. In email should be open, or if it's gonna be a specific website where they haven't sent it over the email, there is gonna open like a Dropbox. They're not sending. You need to go there and you need to download it from there. So I'm gonna pause this as well, right? So we're with all of the talking and everything. So it took me less than 3 minutes to actually get the list of what I have and what I don't have. Well, obviously, if you're creating everything from the scratch, you can skip this part. So I'm gonna pause here, and we're gonna wait for we're gonna give our assistant, AI assistant, a time to work on this. Interesting. So he have found the first PDF, and now he's asking for permission to download it and move it to the folder. If I do remember the last time, what he did was actually he just opened it up the tabs. I'm not sure if he have a permission to do it, but well, let's see if it works like this way, even better. So less work. Well, let's see where it goes. So one thing that I want to show you quickly, right? So what he's doing, he's basically pulling up either the email. You can see that in the browser. Obviously, we'll need to give a permission to the browser to actually get there. He's actually going the websites and will ask you for this Claude Cowork for certain permissions to actually even get there. And as we can see, I have there TurboScribe invoice already pulled up, Dropbox. I have here LinkedIn subscription, like an actual account pulled up and it's been already downloaded. So all of that is happening in the background. It actually asks for permission to my downloads folder in the between here. So, and the good thing is, while this is being done, just this work is happening in the background, I can sit there and do the rest of the stuff, right? I see that some of my session limits is being hit already for 90%. Obviously, you can either get more usage here, or you can just wait until there's going to be more usage for you. But we'll see how far it goes. So I'm gonna let's just pause for a while and see how far it's gonna go. Okay, good. So where we at? So this is the PDFs that was downloaded. So there's certain things that in the places of where he can't download the PDFs, like these two resources, TurboScribe and Stripe. And there's some flagged documents of money transfers, which is taxes and my salary, which doesn't have invoices in there, and it should be excluded since it's being calculated by accountant. And another one that he skipped, but there should be an invoice for this thing as well, because we're in Latvia. So what I'm gonna do here, so now I'm gonna pull up because I have like these pages here in the tabs, and I'm just gonna download those invoices and put in a folder. Okay, so I've downloaded both flagged both invoices that he couldn't do it. That was just open. Now I'm gonna let him know that not invoice related. Just skip the not invoice related payments since accountant have information of those transactions. And we'll see what he's gonna give me next. We need to run the next double check to see if there's everything, and we can send it to an accountant. So, and it seems I even ask for a double check if we have everything, and seems that it's done. So while recording all of this video, giving the time for Claude to actually pull up everything. It took me a little bit less than an hour, but a real time that I have spent by clicking and doing anything in terms of like pulling those like 10 or 15 like missing invoices took me like 15 minutes. So, and in between I could do some like a different work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an actual prompt and instructions that you can put into your project, right? Hopefully you know how to do it. If you don't, just post the comment or just use the Claude and it's gonna explain you how to do it. And this should save you time and most importantly your mental energy by doing this draining work and pulling everything together. The only thing that I will need to do, I'm gonna compose an email to my accountant that everything is done. But what came up to my mind is that I can actually put it in my instructions that after this is done, Claude sends automatic email that we're done with this month's all of paperwork. Another idea, another thing that I'm gonna add, it's gonna even more simplify my life. By the way, one thing that can be done from this one, since Claude already having access to all of the paperwork, statements, etc., I can ask for different reports to be created. I'm gonna do this, and that's another idea that just came up to me right now. I'm gonna do some reports, and if you will like this video, smash the like button. This is not my traditional content on this channel, just showing what works for me. And if this is something that you're interested in, just write a comment, smash the like button, or maybe if you have some tweaks or anything related to this video, write the comment. I read every one of them, and I post videos every Wednesday. See you. Bye bye.